All right, we're joined here by Notre Dame coach Chad Riley and players Eno Ento and Josh Ramsey. We'll start with a statement from coach, and then we'll do questions for our players. We'll let the players move on, and then we'll open up for questions for coach. But coach, if you could just start us off with your thoughts on tonight's game.
Yeah, thanks. We knew it was going to be a hard game. Obviously, overall, we're just super proud of the team and how they handled the 90 minutes. We were a little disappointed at halftime. I think we felt we could have played a little bit better, a little bit smarter in the first half, and I think the team responded incredibly well to start the second half, obviously, with this guy scoring an unbelievably good goal, but I just think we were smarter, we responded well, we looked more like ourselves, and it's credit to Oregon State in the first half. I think they're obviously here for a reason, and they made it tough for us, but I think the team responded really well in the second half and got the result.
Questions for the players?
South Bend Tribune, if I could ask just one question to each guy first. I know, take us through the goal. Got a beautiful pass and kind of played it in the air and were able to strike it through. Just take me through your perspective of that goal.
Yeah, it was funny because on the bench I was actually talking to Wyatt, who assisted me. The ball was bouncing a couple times in the box in the first half, and I said I live for those kind of chances. So when he got on the ball, he's such a good player. I just had to make sure I was in the right place at the right time, and he found me, and I didn't really think about it, to be honest. I just, once the first touch was away from me, I just tried to get good connection, and it went in.
And Josh, it looks like you're still wearing the wound on your chest there from that save, block, whatever you want to call that, in that sequence. Take me through your perspective. That cross pass comes in and Brian gets a little out of position and it was a mad scramble in front of the net. Take me through your perspective of all that.
Yeah, I just think it just shows the mentality of our team. We'll die out there for each other, and it happened to be me to make that block, but I know every single player on that field would have done the same exact thing. So just our character as a team.
I know after that Pittsburgh match where you scored 4 goals, you talked a little bit in the postgame about, just like being ready to take your chance when it comes. Talk about the mentality about, just being ready to seize that opportunity and, having that opportunism in front of net.
Yeah, it's just something that rubs off on our whole team. We're prepared as a team for any one of us to step up on a given moment. So it just happens it was me tonight, but over the course of the tournament, you've seen different people step up, and I think that feeds off on everyone else, knowing that you have to be ready for your opportunity, and once you get it, you have to seize it.
Josh, you had the one block, but also just over the full 90 minutes, you had a really, impressive performance. Talk about playing a player of Farrington's, caliber in that entire Oregon State attack. What goes into your game? How do you try to approach a matchup when you know that you're going to be having to run all over the pitch to do your job?
I guess it just shows, it's no different than any other game. We have the hardest schedule in the country, so each day I'm going against high-level forwards, so just another day in the office for me, really.
This could be for either of you guys. This whole team, the last couple, this whole year has been trying to get back to College Cup after, disappointing 2022. Does it almost feel poetic that you get to have to play Clemson now to win the national championship potentially after they beat you in the semifinals 2 years ago?
I guess the script writers are doing pretty well, Yeah, obviously we're looking forward to kind of do a little full circle moment against Clemson, but, it doesn't matter who we're going to play. We're going to show up on the day and win a national championship, so.
Yeah, I think we made a big point that this time round when we came to the College Cup, it wasn't just to participate in the semi-final, but we want to get to that championship game and actually bring back a trophy with us. So, yeah, it helps that we're playing Clemson, so there's a little bit of that storyline behind it, but really and truly I'm proud of the team, and hopefully we can have another game and another win on Monday.
This one's for both, or whichever one of you wants it. Both of you were on that 2021 team. What did you learn from that experience that maybe you could take to, or maybe you did apply today? And, is there anything that you think was different about this team entering, the 2023 tournament? You talked about maybe a little bit of mentality shift from we're not here to take part, we're here to win.
Yeah, I guess a big similarity that we have to our 2021 team is that we're a family. We just are. We're brothers out there, and, at the end of the day, that's the difference between us and any other team in the country. We are the closest team in the country, and we fight for each other for 90 minutes, 120 minutes, and the penalties. We will never quit on each other ever. So.
Yeah, it was a slightly different season for me. That postseason, it was a learning curve for me in my freshman year, just trying to take points off the older guys around me and seeing what a successful team looks like. And we've managed to translate that into this year as well. So, yeah, there are some differences naturally with the types of people and players that we have around, but I'm really confident in the team that we have to go and win on Monday.
Can you just touch on the environment of playing here at the stadium and kind of the stage that it sets going into the championship game on Monday?
These are the nights that you want to play in. These are the crowds and environments and the big games that you want to be a part of. And for us as players, I'm sure I speak for everyone that we're really enjoying the experience that we have and really not trying to waste any moment that we have around here. So, yeah.
Any other questions for the players? All right, thank you, fellas. We'll let you go on. Congratulations. All right, any questions for Coach?
Chad, of course, part of the storyline going into this week was your relationship with Greg Dalby, and obviously we didn't get to see that tonight for different reasons. Were you in contact with him at all after everything kind of started transpiring yesterday? Like, what was your perspective as all that stuff kind of broke down? Because obviously he's not just another coach, coaching for 20 years. He's a real plus-year friendship with this guy.
Yeah, I think you just had a lot of sympathy for him and for the team. Just honestly, an honest mistake that we're all afraid of making sometimes when you're in charge of a lot of things as a head coach. And a lot of people have a lot of help, but you're supposed to track these things and do these things, and when you're flying around the country and doing things. So just a lot of sympathy for the situation for everybody, to be honest.
Coach, about 10 minutes left. You brought Mo back in the game and went to a 5-4-1. Talk about the shift, maybe getting a little more defensive in that later stage of the game. And, what does it say about the malleability of your team, the ability to kind of play in different styles depending on the situation?
Yeah, we've done that a handful of times throughout this year when we're have a small, one-goal lead going into the last 10 minutes. And especially against teams that have good wide play, let you cover the wide areas a little bit more, and then obviously getting Mo back on the field gives you a lot of height and just for set pieces that they were dangerous. So it's something we haven't done for a few weeks, but it's something that we've done throughout the season, and the guys adapted well to it again.
Getting the goal early in the second half, how does that change the mood maybe or the demeanor for you guys on the sideline and for your team?
Yeah, I think, they were good at halftime. I think they were just a little bit disappointed, and as we talked about, it's like we weren't really enjoying ourselves. Whatever. There's a lot of pressure, obviously. Everybody's going to feel that. So I think that kind of relieved it and pretty quickly, and kind of took some of the anxiety out of the game for them.
Talk about Ramsey's performance specifically. Obviously had the big block in the second half, but really just a strong all-around performance from him. What was he doing out there today that made that performance so strong? And really talk about his season in general. Has he taken a step forward in his game, in your opinion?
Huge, yeah. I think the consistency, he's one that's maybe been missed for some accolades, but his consistency throughout the entire season has been tremendous. And then tonight, I think he put in another signature performance. He's one of the best, most of our defenders, some of the best defenders in the box in the country. And then, dealing with two of the probably hottest attacking players right now in the country, I think he did a tremendous job handling both of those guys. So I think it was a really good night for him.
Coach, when you are, when Oregon State has those half dozen chances inside the 6-yard box, are you over there having heart palpitations, or did you just have the utmost confidence in your guys that they'd get it taken care of?
No, I think, it's probably 3. And so, but to be honest with you, it is something like you call that box defending. And so you actually do work on blocking and moving your feet and making it tough. But obviously you'd prefer to have the ball very far away from your goal. So I don't know if you're even aware of your heart in those moments, but I do have a lot of trust, obviously, in the goalkeeper and the defenders to make plays in those moments, because you have to.
You guys have, last couple weeks have had, 5-6 days to prepare for a game. You only get 2 days. What is the challenge of preparing a short turnaround, especially given the stakes of what Monday night has?
Yeah, I think it's all about recovery, right? You'll be able to do a little bit, but it's just about how quickly you recover. I mean, it's nice that the NCAA's moved it to where we have an extra day of rest, and now it's going to be how good a sleep can you get, how many things can you do to get those extra percentages of recovery.
And I'm guessing it's probably a little easier given it's an opponent you obviously know very well in Clemson, right?
Yeah, I think that preparation will be nice, but they've changed since we played them early in the year, and we didn't play them in the ACC tournament, so we'll have to learn a little bit, but I think we'll have some general ideas about what they do and the players on their team for sure.
Same question I asked the guys. What can you take away from that 2021 appearance heading into this year? And is there anything specifically that you think has changed about this team now that they have that 2021 experience?
Yeah, I think experience is always helpful. These are big moments in their young careers, and so I do think the experience showed tonight, right? I think the ability to respond to the first half where they maybe weren't as happy with their performance, but not to kind of panic and then just kind of regroup at halftime and then come out and win the second half. I think that shows the growth and the experience. And I think being in 2 Final Fours in the last 3 years is it's always going to be good for your experience.
Anything else for Coach? And there's nothing on Zoom either, so thank you very much.
Perfect.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll see you Monday.
Thanks.